Hello guys, Mr. King back here once again. You saw the title of the video. Hajime Pro Round 1381 came out on Tuesday. I understand I'm a few days late. I've been working the job, if you want to call it that. Boring! But another new chapter came out, and I have read a few pages early to make sure I want to make a video on this one. That's why I didn't make a video on the last one, because it was a chapter full of nothing. It was full of nothing. It was full of nothing. Yeah, that's just it. It was full of one moment Misha was going for the world title. Next moment he's not. Next moment he is. No. George can play these damn games with himself, but this chapter has me interested. I will have to admit that. So let's get right into it. It turns out the one that Aoki Kimura and Itagaki spotted was Tei and Kentaro in the midst of Shinoda. If Ippo is off to Mexico, then his two disciples will hold down the fort and continue their training. Round 1381. They return to Mexico. Hajime know Mexico is back. First Mexico is back. No. First Mexican. That's just first. First Mexico. Oh, that's funny. So I was like, it's time. And Itagaki's like, what the heck? Are you okay? And like Tei's like, sorry, did I do something wrong? And Shinoda's like, these two are surely better than but she's scared. And Kimura's like, oh, Tabu and Tabu and Kentaro. And Kentaro's like, it's Kentaro. And you can say, what? Are you saying that those two have punches that can hurt the wrist even of seasoned hurt the wrist even seasoned mid veterans like Shinoda-san? And Tei's like, huh? Eh? Wait, are you saying that we Kentaro's like could be we have super punch power? Our talents has arisen. These two are idiots, and they said at the same time. And then Shinoda explains, your punch combinations flow together too quite well too. So it's really more than speed than power. I thought I had a good grasp on your rhythm, but when I stuck my hand that well, you see as Shinoda's hand can barely stay up. They've crippled this poor man. And it was just like hitting with all their strength, huh? Just what is Ippo teaching them? And Itagaki's like, well, that's the that's the special Makuryuchi method. Since Senpai wrists are abnormally strong, there's no slacking at all. Rather than absorbing the punches he receives, it's more like he's pushing back against him. And Tei's like, I see. So it's really like punching concrete with him. If we lose focus for a second, it's like our wrist gonna break. And Kentaro says, so we develop a habit of only hitting with our fist and wrist perfectly hard and straight. And Kimura thinks to himself, I can't even tell if that's a good or bad thing. And then the shot switches outside the gym. Someone says, so in order to throw our full strength punches at concrete, you can't lose focus at all. And I'm pleased that somebody else said Kentaro Tei is saying, yeah, exactly. In the beginning, we just throw our punches where he had the mitts, but recently matches gotten used to that. Kentaro says, now he's been knocked down everything we throw at him. So yeah, it kind of hurts when he smacks him down with the mitts on. So no, it's like, wait a minute, he knocks him down, all of them. And Shinoda thinks to himself, they're not even pros yet. And Shinoda says, if you sit and he's seeing your punches with his eyes and knock them all down, and then say to himself again, to catch those combinations is surely. And Tei's like, yeah, exactly. Kentaro's like, just like 1, 2, 3. And Shinoda says, that's basically a counter. One of those things, one of those things he had to work with when he was an active boxing. As a silhouette, if Ippo fucking say one more, let's go. So I said that is 7 more. You can't say that's not 7 more. That's 7 more, damn it. The Ruhei, the dragon, the devil, the Il Diablo of Japan. And Shinoda continued to say to himself, he was just able to barely get away with dual exchanges, but after all, he was the kind of boxer who could only execute exactly what the coach taught him. Hey, then you can't blame that on Makuryuchi. Now, some might say Ippo probably crippled his own development, but not evolving beyond the coach. But it was multiple times where he have evolved beyond what the coach has said, or even thrown punches that he's just made up. Like when he did his Sendo was like, I think it's like that 3/4 uppercut. Or how you developed the Dempsey roll, what I've been knowing about Jack Dempsey, or some other things along those lines. Even with the whole technique he came up with to counter several more counters. Look at that tie scratching. Cracks him, my boy's eye socket, broke his jaw. He's still going at him, throwing the towel. But this environment changed. This change of this environment and his viewpoint is changing. Mokanishi with abundance of newly learned techniques as he's backing. He's thinking and acting on his own. He's not overcoming his weaknesses and acquiring more and more potential advantages. You never like in this case the coach is fully responsible because Ippo has developed things by himself. So it's just you just can't crack Ippo's skull over this. The coach got to go down the chopping block as well. And Shinoda continue to say to himself right now just how many weapons are at his disposal. And it switches over to Ippo, and the plane is taking off. No, the plane is landing. And we're back in Mexico! Yes! How'd you know Mexico is back in action, damn it? Yes! And Ippo yells out, Sendo! Sendo, son! Yes! Sendo! And Sendo's like, oh, you're here, Sendo. It's time to stop. This ain't Japanese. Time to stop. That's not Japanese, damn it. You need help. The saddest part about this, apparently, it's an actual thing. Like you keep WWE, like Shinsuke Nakamura and like Asuka. Shinsuke cannot understand Japanese for the life of him. Even they speak the same language. But then again, a similar incident happened with my father, so. I believe they sent us saying, I hope the flight wasn't too bad. And Ippo's like, no, it wasn't. I hope, no. I hope yours wasn't. I believe they sent us saying, it seemed like Vorg and Waller got here before us. And then Ippo says, yeah, it's great to I have to greet the Yanakawa-san too. I'll have to do some research, Nation. And the senator says he's on the phone with the coach Harmon right now, saying that we were meet. The senator's close like, yes, well, it's possible. You two, can you move around? Apparently, all the sparring partners is for our team got crushed. Let's go, baby, let's go! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Yes! It sounds like it was mostly Wally doing. We was counting on you for help. He was like, help out. Look at that smile. Help with what exactly? Look, Ippo, don't play dumb. Alright. Don't play dumb, Ippo, and act like you don't know what that type of opportunity this is. You know what this is, damn it. You know what this is. It's and Yaman's like being sparring partners. And he was like, it's just like, you're right. And y'all was like, let's just go to the light. Instead of like, Viva Mexico! And he's just like, hey! Look, Ippo, you heard the sparring partners got crushed. What did you expect him to say? What you just gonna massage Wally's muscles? You gonna help him do push-ups? You gonna sit on his back when he does it? What did you expect his head? You gonna do some work? Come on, Mukuriuchi. Your brain's not that much of a boxing glove. And there it is. The Luchador brothers have returned. Hajime no Mexico is in full effect. I believe like both of them, or just Sendo and Ippo. Just thanks for picking us up. And Ippo's like, it's good to see you again, Sawamura-sons. And he was like, huh? Damn it, there it goes again. You forgot which one is which. Sawamura's like, that's my little brother, Mara-sons. It is I who is Sawamura. And together, we are the legendary tag team, the Maracas brothers. It says like you gotta do this every time. Yeah, so Vorx and his team is at your gym. Yes, but they based out of there. Dan Hama spent some time in Mexico, you know. We've been acquainted ever since. if they can stay with us, then they can train without feeling like a match is away and have better focus. Send them like look forward when you drive. And it was like, how did the two of them seem? Like their condition. And so Amar's response, the condition and weight control seems fine, if only their sparring partners weren't injured. A lack of real one-to-one practice is truly regrettable. I don't know, man. You can't prepare for Ricardo Martinez. That's a whole different animal. So Vorg and Wally, why can't I just spar with each other? Since Vorg is so close, since Vorg is so close to Ricardo, he's a good sparring partner for Wally, but Wally is too far wide to be good used to Vorg. So they try to do touch sparring and get the sense of distance, but that guy's way too free. Ippo's like, if I remember correctly, Vorg's opponent is a smaller type fighter. There it is. And then he's yours, Makanauchi, and I'll put the monkey down. That says that he's yours, Makanauchi, and then I'll put the monkey down. Ippo's like, put down. I was the one that's supposed to fight Ricardo. And then that monkey snatched it out of my hand. Sendo says, I'm going to see just how good he is. Sendo's mad. But Ippo said, it's right before the match. You need to. Sendo says, you think I'm going to hold back? You think I'm about to fucking explode here? And I think like Morales like said something in Spanish, and Sagamar said we're almost there. And he's just like, then I lay on, look forward to you, look forward, and Wally hops onto the car. It's fucking Wally. It's nobody else besides Wally. It's to be continued. This chapter is fantastic. The greatness is off the charts. Yes! This is what I've been waiting for. After the months upon months of darkness of those Mishima chapters, we have returned to greatness! Finally! The humor, the comedy, the hype, the fight. Maybe hope is not all lost. This shit was fantastic. This was great. And the fact that I thought we were gonna get a rematch between Vorg and Sendo when the first is sparring, but no, Sendo versus Wally. Let's go. Sendo needs the experience of the long range man. He needs the experience of trying to hit that Ricardo Martinez, and Wally is the wild savage that can bring him the experience he needs. And the rematch between Makanauchi and Vorg, the last time these two encountered each other in the Civil War arc, Ippo was stretched out across the ground from an excellent back on the rope Yabuki counter. Blam! Ippo is out like a light. And that world champion this time. This is not Sendo going against a deaf guy. This is a world champion. This shit is great. This is excellent. This is what I've been waiting for, baby. Yes! It has finally come back to greatness. I think I'm way too excited about this, but screw it. It is worth it. This stuff is better than crack cocaine. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Then the earlier stuff with Tan Kintaro and hitting the mitts. Of course, there's some hype towards Ippo and his advance, and it's just like, you can't just crack Ippo head over that. You gotta blend the coach as well. It's not like Ippo ever tried to evolve himself on his own, and he half tried to do that by himself. But once Ippo, the way Tan Kintaro explained it, Shinoda said it was a counter. I just think it was just Ippo pairing with the mitts instead, and then throwing a punch back, which is still a counter, but he's pairing more than he ever done than just taking the punches on the guard. Or just purely using head movement. So it is another element to his arsenal. So, like I keep trying to tell people, just the new Dipsuro is the final and best version of Ippo. It is the fact that it just wasn't executed properly by Ippo because he couldn't aim that damn thing in sparring, and he couldn't aim it in the ring. Cause like it was like, you wanted to say about like a pure best version of Ippo, it's easily the Ippo that fought Gonzalez. The heart, the courage, the technique. This man was an animal. We want to say like pure technique. Ippo had the best arsenal overall when he fought Antonio, but he just didn't use it properly. And that was just it. He was so fixated on the Dempsey role. And sure, the cumulative damage played a role as him forgetting some things in the match, but that's like a general thing. And he was more concerned about that and outside pressure than actually executing his job. And there's multiple different factors. It even leads back to Miyata, surprisingly. But overall, it's a great chapter. This stuff was excellent, baby. This is what I've been waiting for, damn it. This is the Ippo that I've been waiting for. And the greatness is impenetrable. And the first person they're going to encounter is Wally the Savage. Too bad he don't have any facial hair like an animal, but it's still good enough. It is great enough. Hajime no Mexico is back in action. And the question is, can we potentially see a cameo of the Death God from Mexico and Jose Nargo? Would they return? Would they be ringside? Will Fredo Gonzalez be back to see the match and give some insight? Especially with that Vorg match. A rematch between Vorg and Makunuchi? Who wouldn't want to see that? Who wouldn't? And also, like, the last time Ippo, like, I'm surprised Ippo wasn't worried if this happened. The last time he went to Mexico, he was a part-time sparring partner. I don't see what changed now. It's time for you to get in there and do your job, Makunuchi. You're gonna take a few punches, you're retired, you can't get hurt anyway. Right? Get in there and do your job. Fight the Russian. Encounter the Vorg. Take on the Russian invisible wolves of the snow. And tell us what you find once again. But overall, I hope you guys like the chapter. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next chapter video, the next video. Because this stuff right here is excellent. This is great. This is the shit I've been waiting for. It's finally back! It is back.